Alright, I'm going to show you another trick here. Once again from this position, but unlike some of the other things I was doing, it's going to show you other ways to wield this thing. Like some of my stuff you can do flat-handed, like say this, okay, you can do it flat-handed, you can do it bare knuckle like I do, or you can go like this, because it's based on some cultures that I've borrowed from that's required a press-up board. But I'm telling you again too, you can have a short baton, it can be wood, it can be a long baton, it can be weighted and cranking up the forearms and the wrists. And okay, but yeah, you've seen all this before. But I'm going to show you about some of the things I do involving like this and doing a push-up. Like you can be more flexible and not required to be totally flexible to do a full split, but importance of strength like this. And this, a lot of this, if you want to use a special type of gloves, like work gloves that protect the knuckles, you know, if it's you want it, just like I tell you about the knee pads and stuff, it also signifies types of armor in different cultures too. But so you can do this with gloves, gauntlets, or bare knuckle, which I've regarded in my beliefs important to be able to do this because we are human and we're a little bit of everything else too that has hooves and claws and stuff. But then, okay, so we'll go like this, okay? And right here, what I'm doing now, it's not really going to hurt your hands that much. This is rough concrete. At this particular level, you're priming yourself up. You're feeling a sense of relief in your legs just doing this. Then you can put your entire weight or you can do like maximum weight, not even enough to do flexibility. Literally like this. And standing on the tip of your stiff boots. So I like boots with stiff toes, the way you hold your... And the reason for this is, whether you're using a baton like an entertainment tool or using this as a life out there working with certain tools, and you can be doing this with any kind of instruments. Even you can even do this with a sledgehammer. If you don't have the club bell, the Indian clubs like I showed you, or batons, so many different things you can use. Crowbars, those the long pry bars that some people use to chisel out after you use a fence post digger. You know, there's different kind of pry bars, different things for construction tools. You can use hammers, sledgehammers, because a sledgehammer you can let it stand up by itself and you use this. But the reason for this is because I don't want to say just for that. I'm barely limited. I don't want to encourage anything either way, represent the wrong way. That if you're standing up, you see what I'm saying? Then whether you're wearing gloves or gauntlets or bare hands, you need to be able, but then you feel more sure of yourself when you can actually do this. And for some odd reason, yeah, do this in all weather types too. It could be raining outside. And look how, just because with or without an instrument in your hand, like a difference, how come I go this flexible right like that without trouble, and other days I don't? Other days I'm raising this right over my head. There's something I can't put my finger on. Now look at this. Now look at that. Now today, I'm doing it. Now the other day I had my Indian clubs. I kind of wanted to go down, and I was almost this much. And if I tried to stand up like that, I have a lot of beliefs that I don't talk about in detail. I try to leave it open. I'll do special videos on that. Yes, I have superstitions and beliefs somewhat. I wonder, you put in your work, you can put in more, and you don't get nothing if you don't do nothing. But yet, sometimes you believe everything you are and what you can do. Is it really yours? Does something decide, well, something could say, oh, you're not going to do the full split today. Not today. You would go this far. Then something else, it's almost like something else says, well, you're going to do it today. It's like weird that you should be able to do it as long as you keep up after it, that you could do it every single day. Something could say, well, not happening today. Why? Why is that? Why? Can you tell me why? Well, see, even when I'm not like down here already, I can tell. Look at this. Ha ha. So, whatever else you want to believe. This also depends on if it's cold. You're not supposed to do any of this in the cold. It's colder some days than others. Yesterday was a little warmer. Sometimes I do stuff in the cold anyway. And yes, I have told people in the videos that I can do better why I believe your stuff is ritualistic. I study all kinds of things in cultures. Very wonderful stuff, that everything from dances to sports majorettes to everything in sports and all kind of different cultures, medieval mysticism, which a lot of this is based on. But I'm into a little bit of everything. And you tell me, why today I knew right from the start, boom, right over my head, did it? How come the other day, some days you don't? When you do work for something, you can do all you want. Something else could say, you're not doing it today. You put in the effort, but then you can't do nothing. You won't get nothing. You don't do anything. You don't keep in the practice. You lose it. But how come, watch, say it can be tomorrow. I'll do the same thing. I'm like, pow, I can't do it. Can anybody tell me? Haha. And I could even hold it. So yes, I do, to a certain extent, certain things paranormal. Like, I bring up Glenn Danzig on Jonesy's Jukebox again. Well, even though they were talking about a haunted house and something paranormal. And he asked if Glenn Danzig, if you believe. He goes, well, I don't disbelieve. I'm the same way. I'm not like everybody else. I'm not a fanatic. I'm passionate about certain things and beliefs, but yet I think there's something else at the time of day. You should experiment with all your things, whether you call it yoga or not. Try it when it's darker outside. Try it when it's hot outside. Try it when it's cold outside. Yes, do it when it's raining. I need to do more videos with pouring down rain. I don't want to ruin this camera. I want to put like a shield box over top of this camera. I have one where I spur of the moment did it in the rain. Look up my video. I had some ignorant criticism, some young kid. You don't want to see the yoga, he wants to listen to the song. Well, buy the goddamn song like everybody else if you don't like what I'm doing. But like I said, I'm lucky I get permission, they let it be when I use songs because I say fair use to promote the enthusiasm of what I'm doing. But anyway, you want to look at that one. That's the only thing I have record of where I'm doing it in the rain, and I want to do another one. Yes, you should be doing it as long as you don't ruin your camera. Get a waterproof camera. Put some kind of box or roof over your camera. But you explore many possibilities without telling anybody totally. Be passionate about something what you believe or disbelieve. You could say to a certain extent a little bit at a time. But that's what any of you viewers that have been following me already. There's something about that, something else that's going to tell you right off the way. Right as soon as you wake up in the morning how. Some of us, it's like it. You can train all you want. But then some of us with certain beliefs will say, oh, you're not doing it today. It's not going to happen today. You do it, you're going to get this much. And then other day, look at this. Watch this. Okay, here goes. Look at this. Look at that. See that? How do you explain how anybody, whatever beliefs you have or don't believe, you know, as long as it ain't really, if you make shitty remarks, something about maybe some days you're more tense than others? And I have one more thing I want to tell you guys too, that there's another thing about myself. Some of these other people with flexibility, they say having a lot of water is important. I am a hopeless coffee drinker. I drink coffee like some people drink beer. I'm a coffeeholic. And if I cut down on coffee, I had less coffee today and then more other things like my rosemary tea and then maybe some more water. I drink a ridiculous amount of coffee in the morning. And I'm thinking that maybe, just maybe, the caffeine jacks you up. Say if you're doing things like muscle fitness and people, you know, make, I don't know what these crazy people do with that big bunch of instant coffee, dump a whole bunch of instant coffee into Pepsi. That's nasty in my opinion. And Pepsi and Coke, you use too much Pepsi and Coca-Cola, you know, that messes your stomach up. But I noticed, though, if I put too much instant coffee, a little bit more, it'll make my coffee stronger. Oh, yeah, it'll make you hyper, but then I think things like coffee, I think it takes things out of you. You have to have, I guess, muscles more, hydrated. So that can be a factor, too. But maybe it depends on what's in the air, what you're feeling, different days. You tell me. Look, I did that repeatedly. Now watch this. It's like something tells me I'm doing it today. How much you want to bet? Yesterday, the Indian clubs, to be honest with you, yesterday, I wanted to go all the way down, but I have videos, I did it, and watch how, okay, let's see. Here goes again. Here we go. Look at that. Call me crazy if you want to, but anybody been following me? You probably were onto it on the way? You probably onto me? How the hell other ways you can express something? I don't know. I mean, I'm a person of many theories that opens, you know, to it, but how do you explain that? And watch how much you want to bet. If tomorrow I decide and I'm going to do this, watch if something else inside of me says, you know what, you're not happening today. I'll try my damnedest, maybe I'll get this much, but I'll be like this, right? You can tell if I try to raise it up, I might fall over or the whole legs are screaming. It's almost like something else at a given day has control over what you're doing.